breakthrough. I know you are having this question in your mind that, hey, what is this breakthrough and how it will help us and how it will help us to become what we want to become and how it will help us to become that millionaire, or even if we can see as a billionaire too. So how it will help us for that? Okay, if you are saying that it will help us to become a millionaire or a billionaire, what proof and guarantee you're having towards that? Hey, are you saying anything randomly? And most of the people say that, hey, never give up, be consistent. If you will never give up, if you will be consistent, one day you must be successful. One day you will earn the wealth of your dream. Are you saying like that? Or you have specifically been taught from somebody of authority and you are having proof, guarantee and examples for us? And if you're having this question in your mind, then the answer is here. First of all, you do not have to worry that, hey, whatever thing I will actually going to tell you in this video is any random thing, because for this, I have been specifically mentored by Tony Robbins. And if you do not know Tony Robbins, then let me just tell you in simple words that Tony Robbins has actually been mentored by Jim Rohn. His first mentor was Jim Rohn. And now you can imagine the value of him. Now when the question comes to that, hey, what is this breakthrough and how it looks like and how it will help you, then let me just tell you. First of all, let me just clear this misconception which you're having in your mind when it comes to breakthrough. Well, most of the people think that, hey, breakthrough means breakdown. When something hurts you really bad, then you go to really very depressing or sad situation, that is breakthrough. No, that's breakdown. But breakthrough is just opposite of it. When something randomly hurts you with that motivation and inspiration way, and another thing you decide that, hey, now you have to wake up early, now you have to lose your weight, now you have to go to the gym. When that realization kind of thing, when that motivation and inspiration kind of thing just hits you in your brain, or when that kind of thing hurts you, that, hey, kind of that you want to make your parents proud, you want to do something for your parents, that thing when it hurts you, not in you just realize something, but any random day you just had a very big realization, just randomly, just suddenly, like that hitting moment of motivation. You just realize that, hey, what the shit you were doing from past years and those all. Like that, and then you decide to wake up early and this whole thing. Don't you agree this is really very amazing? And just because of it, you really had so many amazing results, so many amazing benefits. And that's what's the breakthrough. Whatever the breakdown is, whatever the breakthrough is, one thing is common. When that sad, depressing situation is there, one kind of emotional damage, one kind of emotional hurts come, which doesn't happen like since so long periods going, but randomly you just realize this happened. And like in that same way, when it comes to breakthrough, in that inspiration, motivation way, you just realize this thing. And another day you just start to do, and this thing happened in a very rare situation. And it happened really very suddenly. You don't know when it can happen. And that's what's the thing. That's what's the thing. You can make it anytime, anywhere, or whenever you feel like to make. Whenever you want to make this breakthrough. And one more specialty of this is with a guarantee and proof that this breakthrough isn't like, hey, waking up at 5 a.m. This breakthrough is not like, hey, making your parents feel proud. This breakthrough is not like going to the gym. This breakthrough is like this. Do you know why Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg became billionaire at their 20s? Because usually people become billionaire after working steadily for multiple decades. Then they become billionaire after the age of 40, 50 or 60. Steadily working hard for multiple decades. Then they became billionaire. But why they literally became billionaire at their 20s? How this is possible? Till now, I believe that you got that point that their strategy is this much powerful, which is actually taught to me by Tony Robbins, whose first mentor was Jim Rohn, that it can literally save 9 to 10 years of your life. And I've just given you the example that people become millionaire after working for decades, daily working so hard for decades, multiple decades, then they become billionaire after the age of 40, 50 or 60. But how Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates became millionaire at their 20s and how this is possible, and to make this thing possible, and what's the key strategy, what's the key insights of it. Here is the 3 keys to breakthroughs. So key number 1 is the right strategy. Yeah, let me just tell you, these are the 3 keys which Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg explained, and that's why who they are truly. I say this thing with guarantee, and Tony Robbins told me, and Tony Robbins' first mentor was Jim Rohn, and I'm just saying this thing to you again and again because I want you to take this thing seriously, because this thing is kind of the thing which you already know. Yeah, the thing which Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates know, and which they applied in their life, the strategy, the statistic, that you also know. But the thing is that you take it lightly. You take it really very lightly, and that's why you're not having results. So that's why I'm saying to you again and again that it's said by Tony Robbins, and Tony Robbins learned this thing from Jim Rohn, and it contains really very high level of value. And there we begin. The number 1 key is the right strategy. The right strategy is important, and the right strategy can save 9 to 10 years of your life if you will apply right strategy. And this thing Jim Rohn says, and Jim Rohn even says this thing, that if you will apply the right strategy, then it can make your business from 1x to 100x, or the same thing, if people are getting 1x paid, you will get 100x paid. And that's what. And likewise, that if you will see a normal public speaker, if that public speaker is getting 1x paid, you will then get paid 100x, just because of the reason you are applying the right strategy. And when the thing comes that hey, money wise great, but how it can save this much decades so far, how this can even save this 9 to 10 years, because it's really very huge amount. Let me just tell you, this is what is the point where people make mistake. At their early 20s, at their teens, they just choose anything. They start exploring everything. They just go for every experience. They go to multiple YouTube videos. They go to everywhere, and from everywhere they're learning. They're going to every free workshop, every free webinar, and they're just gaining the knowledge from it. That's not wrong, but the wrong thing here is they're just going to everybody. They're going to anybody and taking free advices, which are useless, which they think it is useful. And that's what's the point is. And even they're not doing proper investment for their learning. If they're doing it at a very low point. And that's why they're not having results. And that's why they just freed up after 9 to 10 years, and they just realize that thing that, hey, they're in their wrong job. They did something wrong, or they didn't achieve much. Because it's starting, what do? They're just going to everything. They're jumping on everything. They're experiencing everything. They're just in that hustle. And that's what Tony Robbins said. If you want to be expert in anything, in that industry which you wanna be, find that single person who mastered that thing, that person whom you actually want to become like. Just pick that person and get personal mentorship from that person. Make that person your mentor, and that person will give you everything, A to Z, everything. How to become advanced level, super advanced level, and everything. From elementary, from beginning, from the middle area, from advanced to super advanced. Everything. From course making, from everything. That person will give you. And of course, a great amount of investment is needed for it, and of course, if you are doing a great amount of investment, you will have results. And that's what's the thing. And that's what's the thing people do not do. And I'm damn sure you know this thing, but you just neglect it. And I know that one more question you are having in your mind, that okay, but the point when it comes that, hey, what we want to become at early point or our early 20s, we are confused at what we want to become. We want to try multiple things and those all things. So we jump on everything. So what's the mistake here? And that's what's the rich people rock here. The rich people just discovered what they want to do and why they want to do. Everybody know they want to do. Everybody knows this is what the particular thing they want to do. But why they want to do? Are they truly passionate towards it? Or they're just doing because of family pressure or high income? What's the reason? And that's why they do not just puzzle up there, and they just do not get even bored because their passion is there and their why is clear, and their why motivates them at every point. And that's what's the simplest one. You have to find the right strategy. Take one person in your industry, make that person your mentor, and follow that. Even if you take the example of India, even when you take the example of your favorite KBC, well, not KBC, but KCB, what's that? RCB. Yeah, when you take the example of RCB, the RCB players, those cricketers, even Tony, Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, these all people are having their mentors who taught them how to play cricket. Tony Robbins is having. Everybody is having, who is really a great personality today, who is billionaire, who is millionaire, who is having really great amount of wealth, who is really very great authority. Because these are all the people who actually guides them. And now you must know what's the value of them, because these all high people are having, what you can say, and you know that you must see them as okay, they became high, then they had mentor. No, from the starting point they were having, and just because of the reason they were having from the starting point, they actually made them come to that point. And that's what